Rihanna is the second richest woman in the world, and she is coming for that #1 spot held by Oprah Winfrey. But did you know that only less than a fifth of that is from her music career? Her $1.7 billion net worth is booming from her thriving Fenty empire as she jumps back into her music. Rihanna was discovered at 15 singing in a girls' trio on her native island of Barbados and was quickly flown to New York to audition for Jay-Z himself. She signed a 6-album deal with Roc Nation and topped the charts for a decade. She won her first Grammy with Umbrella at only 19 years old. The song is still iconic today. She became the second best-selling female music artist of all time, ahead of Taylor Swift, Beyonce, and Mariah Carey. Madonna has her beat for now, but Rhi would have to make new music to take that #1 spot. She took an 8-year break from music after her 2016 album Anti, and her fans, called the Rihanna Navy, have been anything but patient. Rhi isn't on the joke. She knows how much people want R9.
The Navy needs new music, Rihanna.
Oh, girl, who sent you?
I'm like, where they at?
She made Lift Me Up for Black Panther, Wakanda Forever as her first song back from her dry spell, and was announced as the headliner for the 2023 Super Bowl. Rihanna's pop music made her nearly $300 million, so you'd think she would want to keep pumping out albums, but in fact, she made more than 4 times that amount by launching the Fenty house. The Navy may be sad to be without music, but Rihanna made the right business move. She started the line under the legendary LVMH group Moet Hennessy Louis Vuitton. She was the first woman and the first person of color to head a house for the brand, not to mention she was only 29 years old. International luxury business is not an easy world to break into, and Rihanna had bigger plans than just breaking in. She set out to change the entire beauty industry, and she did, but not without some failures along the way. Fenty Beauty and her loungewear line Savage X are massive hits, but did you know Rihanna tried to launch a luxury clothing line under the fashion house that was a total flop? LVMH blamed the pandemic for the slow rollout, but the truth might be more about the pricing. The Fenty luxury line was selling t-shirts for nearly $200 and a denim jacket for just under $1,000. It never took off and shut down after only 2 years of being open. That being said, Fenty Beauty raked her in plenty of cash to stay afloat. It also transformed the future of the beauty industry. Rihanna's was the first brand to have a range of 40 shades of foundation to include women of all colors. Women with darker skin had been accustomed to mixing their own blends of different formulas to find the right shade, and like any great business person, she found the gap in the market and filled it. The world freaked out at the line, with every single dark shade completely selling out on the first day. Even reviews for its lightest shades were lauded by albino people who finally had a shade that matched them. Rihanna's Navy are her fans, but she also has an army of celeb friends as ambassadors. Pop star Madison Beer and Kane Lim of Bling Empire are just 2 of the many Fenty skin ambassadors, and Rhi's Savage X Fenty lingerie and loungewear line has more celebrities than we can count. She revolutionized the use of ambassadors too, creating a combination of music, dance, and a fashion show that is filmed for everyone to see. The performances and cameos are full of models like Gigi and Bella Hadid, pop stars like Bella Poarch and Vanessa Hudgens, and even movie stars find their way onto the screen. Her goal with the Savage X line has been to compete with Victoria's Secret, and she is even using some of their iconic models in her shows now. All of Rihanna's brands revolutionized inclusion in the beauty and loungewear industries. She has models of all shapes and sizes, all colors, models with disabilities, pregnant models, and models over 50. The success from her inclusion influenced other beauty brands to follow suit. Kylie Jenner's beauty line dropped 30 shades of concealer, and Kim Kardashian's beauty and shapewear lines expanded their model base after Rihanna changed the game. Sometimes the line between being influenced and straight up copying is a little blurry. Twitter called Kim out for copying the product, the video, and even the look of the model on a lip gloss drop. Lady Gaga started House Laboratories to launch her own beauty line, and it never got off the ground. The teen pulled it from the shops and did a total rebrand, coming back with much more of a Fenty influence, and now sales are going just fine. But revolution rarely comes without copycats or controversy. In Savage X Fenty's Volume 4 show, Rihanna featured Johnny Depp in a cameo, and the internet was not here for it. Hashtag #DitchDepp started trending on Twitter after the clip of Depp wearing a Savage X robe for 40 seconds under a dark tree leaked. People were quick to point out that Rihanna is famously a victim of domestic violence and should keep Depp and his major Amber Heard baggage out of it. How much do you think this cameo will affect Savage X? People threatened to boycott the brand, and British superstar Ollie Alexander said he won't be wearing the brand again after Depp's casting announcement. Rhi never said a word, but the cameo remains in the show. Rihanna has always been one to do what she wants, regardless of people's opinions. From getting back together with Chris Brown after the public disaster to taking her sweet time with R9, nobody tells Riri what to do. She even bailed out baby daddy A$AP Rocky from jail for $500,000 and never said a word to the press about it. To be fair, she is a little busy. Not only is she running her billion-dollar business, but the superstar is acting in films now, like Guava Island with fellow multi-hyphenate Childish Gambino, and casually stealing scenes between Oscar-winning legends in the girl power heist movie Ocean's 8. She made some big money in beauty and fashion even before launching her own house. She was named the creative director of Puma Women in 2014. It was the beginning of her work as a designer. Her Puma x Fenty limited collection was her final move with the brand before she branched out on her own. She is spending that billion on some of the fastest cars around with her Porsche 997 Turbo, the $750,000 Lamborghini Aventador, and the $1 million Mercedes SLR McLaren. She gave that one as a gift to Chris Brown, but took it back after the breakup. A$AP is getting some gifts too, living large in her $15 million Beverly Hills mansion when the two aren't down in her $22 million Barbados home. It's quite an upgrade from where she grew up with a tumultuous dad in the house and 5 siblings. Rihanna used to sell clothes with her dad in a stall on the side of the street. Now, there's a sculpture of her in the Met Museum. How about that for a come up? Comment below how much you think Rihanna will be worth in 10 years. And if you liked this video, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on more about your favorite celebrities.